Hey, Brad, one of the biggest changes we're all dealing with right now is wearing a mask, and not all offer the same comfort and protection. I recommend the Boomer Natural 3-layer comfortable and highly breathable mask. These come in sizes for adults, teens, and children, and are in stock and be shipped to you quick.
Yeah, Book, one of the reasons they're so highly protective is because of the nano silver technology that's literally woven right into the fabric. Nano silver can block those tiny drops and particles from getting into the nose and mouth, and that's what we want right now. It's the best protection out there. Boomer also offers the popular nano silver neck gaiters. That's a mask that'll cover your neck and face. Another great thing is that Boomer will donate one face cover for every order to nonprofits and charities, helping tens of thousands of Americans in need. And I got to say, I love that.
Yeah, order now at boomernaturals.com. Use promo code Booker and save 20%. That code Booker at boomernaturals.com. Get free shipping and handling when you spend at least $50 online at boomernaturals.com.
It's interesting you bring that up. I just saw a tweet earlier today about Conor, a comparative in the wrestling business, and I just want to know how you feel about this. They said that Conor McGregor is the Hulk Hogan of MMA, the name that most people will know, not necessarily the greatest of all time.
You know, I don't agree with that, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I could be wrong. I do know that the company, the UFC, really pushed Conor McGregor like they didn't push any other fighter that I've seen throughout my years of watching that sport. There again, Conor McGregor's good. He's very talented. I don't know what it's hard. It's going to be hard to judge. How old is Conor McGregor?
He's got to be 31, maybe 32.
Exactly. And the thing is, at 31 years old, Conor McGregor's best days is well behind him.
He made a lot of money in those days, though.
That's not what I'm talking about.
You're saying as a skilled technician,
as a fighter that went out and beat all of the best guys throughout the tenure of your time in the business. That's what I'm talking about. He made money, and like I say, due to the UFC getting behind him and backing him and putting him on the map, and then the most money he made was outside of the UFC. So it had nothing to do with the UFC. So I just think when I look at totality, I'm looking at Anderson Silva retiring at 45.
Right.
And we're talking about Conor McGregor, he's already lost, big, in his last fight. And then the Nate Diaz thing, that was a debacle.
Well, his last fight, he beat Cowboy. You're talking about the Khabib.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, he beat Cowboy, but the last fight he lost.
Yeah.
And then the other fight that he lost was Diaz. Those two losses right there, one was to the best guy in the division, and one was to a B- fighter. Okay, so it's hard for me to say what do I put Conor McGregor as far as UFC fighters at the end of the day, with the guys who has made history by going out there and fighting the best throughout the tenure of their careers.
Well, I think that the Hogan comparison wasn't so much his ability inside the octagon. It's just if you go up to someone on the street and you say, name a pro wrestler, most people might say, oh, Hulk Hogan or, The Rock or something like that. And I think for the UFC, if you say, name a MMA fighter to someone random on the street, they're probably going to say Conor McGregor or Ronda Rousey, right?
I doubt that.
No,
I'm not saying that a lot of people don't know Conor McGregor and a lot of people don't know Ronda Rousey, but the UFC is such a big sport. A lot of people got their favorite, and they're going to say who they like.
Right, but I'm saying the layman, like the people who aren't the observers of the sport. If you just you go down the hole and you ask
those people may not know anyone.
No, but that's the point. That's the point, though. The point is the people who don't know anybody, they're going to know Conor's name. I remember back in the day, Snoop Dogg had a song. He said, "That's a start. I'm a bad mother. I'm the only rapper known by your grandmother." Right? They might have never ever heard of. I asked my grandma. I said, "Do you know Snoop Dogg?" "Yeah, I know who Snoop Dogg is."
Yeah.
Because they transcend it just because they're a big star. They might have never watched a Conor McGregor fight, but they're going to know who he is.
But then again, those same people that might say Snoop Dogg might say LL Cool J. So there's so many different, or Ice T. You know what I mean? Because they're vision right now on a regular basis. So it's hard for me. No, I'm serious. I'm just being dead serious. It's hard for me to give Conor McGregor that prop when he hadn't proved it. Hogan wrestled everybody. Hogan put everybody else on the map as well. So
that's true.
So it's kind of hard for me to say that he's the Hulk Hogan.
But he proved it from a numbers standpoint, right?
Like I say, he's made more money outside. Let's take
pay-per-view buys, viewership.
Probably, yeah, because there again, the UFC got behind him and pushed him like they didn't push any other fighter.
Same with Hogan.
No, I don't think so. I don't.
WWF got behind him.
WWF got behind him, but there again, it's a totally different pecking order, especially when you work in the way we work and the way they work. It's just it's just two totally different games. That I say I can't say it. Right. I can say it. Whoever wrote the story might can say it, but I can't say he's the Hulk Hogan of MMA just because he's had a great buy rate. Right. But but the buy rate and being the best is just two different things.
Oh, I agree. He's not going to be, I think, from a skill standpoint on anybody's top 5 of all time as far as his ability.
That's the thing. The thing for Conor McGregor, he should retire now. The best thing Conor McGregor to do right now is to retire now, before it really started to get ugly for a fighter like him, because his skills level is not going to go up any higher. I don't think at 31 years old. I don't think his skill level is going to get any higher. As well as I think the formula has been figured out as far as Conor McGregor go with a lot of these guys out there. And the thing is, he's going to have to start. He's going to have to at 31. He's going to be fighting guys, 25 and 23 and 24. Those guys are hungry, man. Those guys are so much more hungry than Conor McGregor is right now at this point in his career. He can really go out and do something, and the wheels could fall off, and the ore of Conor McGregor and proper 12.
Proper 12
could go up with the freaking, the dike real quick, we start losing money like crazy, So I think, he's like me. Like I said, when I was 19, 20, and I was a dancer, and the 16, 17-year-old kids was, they were just better than me. That's all it was. They were just better.
But when you were the elder statesman in the locker room, when you were Conor's age or older, 35, you were probably untouchable at that moment in your career.
You know what? I really, wrestling is totally different than
I know
than that sport. Honestly, I was better when I was 40 in wrestling, because I knew what not to do, and I could just pretty much put it on cruise control. But I just think in that sport, as we were just talking about, I think not Monday, but maybe last week we were talking about Woodley versus Covington, and there again, Covington, he got more youth than Woodley. And if those guys were the same age, I bet on Woodley, 4 times out of 5, but in this fight, I'm going to go with the younger guy just because I feel like he's the guy that's got more in the tank from a physical standpoint, a more hunger standpoint. It just got so much to do with so many different things. But guys, we got a lot to talk about. Stick around. We'll be back in a minute.